So we're talking about the sitar here, and I'm going to explain a couple central features about this instrument. It's a really complicated instrument, there's a lot going on, but I'd like to get across a couple sort of main features of this instrument. First, in terms of construction, this round part here is a gourd. It's a pumpkin gourd that's grown in the ground, connected in this really wonderful, beautiful, complicated way with all these strings, but it's amazing that it's grown in the ground. I'd like to explain these two layers of strings here are a really important feature of the sitar. These are two bridges here on which all of the strings rest. There's two layers essentially of bridges and two layers of strings, or two rows of strings, one on top of the other. We only play this top layer, and sort of that's on this top larger bridge right here, and it sort of goes over and connects to all these large pegs right up here. There's a second bridge, a lower, smaller bridge, that connects with all, that's got a row of strings right on top that connects with all these smaller pegs right here, and that's a set of strings called the sympathetic strings, and the purpose there is quite amazing. It's a natural synthesizer effect. Whatever you play on this top layer of strings with your fingers, with your right hand, with your left hand, triggers sympathetically that lower layer of strings to ring out to that pitch that's tuned in exact accordance with the note you're actually playing. So it's got to be tuned just right. And so if I just play all of the sympathetic strings in a row, it sounds like this. That's just reaching with my pinky down below. But otherwise, the regular sort of effect of the sympathetic strings is when you play a note on the top sort of bridge, on the top layer of strings, and it echoes, it makes that sympathetic string ring out. And that's like this. See if you could hear sort of two layers of sounds. That higher pitch that's remaining, that's the sympathetic string. Sympathetic string, one really important thing about the sitar. The other really central thing that I'd like to explain to you about the sitar is the concept of pulling the string. This is a concept called meend. Meend is essentially the pulling of the string, and it's really prevalent on sitar in most Indian classical instruments, and it's a concept that really derives from voice, and it's the idea of playing between the notes and sort of using all the space instead of distinct staccato pitches. So a phrase like this, with meend and with pulling, would go. All that you saw in the sitar performance video I did as well, that's all meend. Another really central feature about sitar, Indian classical music, and the type of effect that raga music really creates.